Yo, what's up, team? Your boy J3 is in the building once again, bringing you guys that real review, and that's for real. Today, I will be reviewing a Blumhouse production film named Upgrade, which is a science fiction, horror, thrilling, fighting type of movie all rolled into one. This movie takes place in the near future where we find a character by the name of Gary under the knife getting an experimental artificial intelligent computer chip named STEM embedded in his spinal cord, which gives him superhuman fighting abilities, something I think we all want, which he ends up using to avenge his wife's death. Let's get into this review, y'all, because I'm hyped right now. I want to talk about this shit. Let's talk about the story, y'all. I dug the story. This story works for this type of movie. Keep it 100 with you. It works for this type of movie. This movie has a lot of elements to it. We got horror, we got thrilling, we got fighting, we got action, we got freaking science fiction. The story does its job. I will say though, in the beginning of it, the story did have a couple whys in that sheet. I was like, why? But throughout the story, those questions were answered, and I dug that. Most of the time when you think about these type of movies, they never really answer the question. They just kind of like, here's the explosion. But the answers were, the questions were answered. Story was pretty cool for this type of movie. There were some elements in it, you know, no script is perfect, but it did its job. It got me in, it got me out. It gave me some science fiction. It gave me a little dramatic scenes with it. It gave me some action. It gave me some thrilling. It gave me some horror. It gave me some gore. It gave me a lot of shit. The script did its job. It got me in, it got me out. Let's talk about the casting. This movie is starring Logan Marshall Green, which plays Gary. His acting. He's a two-parted actor. We have it where Gary did his job as far as action. I believed it. I believed he was being artificially controlled by that stem in his spinal cord. I believed that shit. I dug the whole the voices in their head. I dug that shit. I was feeling that 100%. I also was feeling the choreography. The nigga was getting that shit. He was getting it. His shit was on point. However, when he spoke, he was annoying. It was like his acting was whack. But I mean, in action films, you know, when you have those type of characters, you usually get that. You either get a great actor who can't fight, or you get a great fighter who can't act. And I dug it. And it worked a little bit. It was a little annoying, but the chip in his head stem kept me going. That part was really dope. I really dug that shit. I love the back and forth talking. In fact, it was so good that it made me it's making me look forward to Venom the film even more. I'm like, okay, Blumhouse is doing this shit. This is low budget shit, but Blumhouse is getting it done. Let's see what this Venom movie is looking like. But that's not talking about Venom. But you see what I'm getting. I dug that shit. I am Venom. I dug all that shit. I loved how Stem was talking to him. He was like, what's going on? And then he was like, let me get full control of your body, and then shit just get wrecking. I'm digging that shit. I dug it. The directing. I thought the directing was pretty cool. The directing was cool. However, there were certain scenes that I thought shouldn't exist in this movie because it was those whys. Visually, you're seeing somebody that has just went through mayhem and no one's questioning things. I didn't like that. I was like, what's going on with that? That doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? Why nobody paying attention to the blood on his nails? You know, things like that. I didn't like that. But besides that, the directing was pretty good. I was able to feel, it was crazy because it was one part of this movie. I ain't gonna lie, your boy J3 had a little tear in his eye. I felt it for some reason. I said, oh my God, I'm feeling this scene. He sold it. He sold that one part of the movie. I said, wow, I felt that shit. You know what I mean? So I would say the directing was pretty good. The action scenes were all good. The ones that we got, we were invested in the character when he was getting in his mode. It was so good that you were always 2 steps ahead in your head, like, how this shit gonna play out? I need to see it. And he was really able to show us the gore part about it, which I loved. It really gave me a Raid feel with some of the depths. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, if they're doing this in America now, give them 5 years. If they keep this up, y'all, Blumhouse is doing their thing, other studios start feeding off this shit, we're gonna have some amazing action films. Some indie type shit. And Upgrade, we got that. It was one scene that it was like, whoa, they took it there. Okay, I'm invested. Give me some more. And then they said, you people have enough? I said, nah, give me some more. And they did. I loved it. I loved the gore part about it, the action part of it. I dug it. I dug that stem, man, in his head, bro. The shit was, hey, it worked. And how he was able to direct that, I thought was pretty good. He did his job as far as director. That was pretty dope. The music wasn't memorable. Didn't pay attention to that. I was just more invested in what was going on. This movie does have some slow parts. It's kind of like, whatever. But once you get into the action, you forget about it, and you kind of go in this movie knowing what you come see, and that gets into the category as far as entertainment. This movie is very entertaining. It's a very entertaining movie. We had a car chase. We had detective work. We had science fiction. We had action. You had all that shit rolled into one. You had cybernetic type of cyborg dudes running. It gave you what you needed. It gave you what you wanted. An action, science fiction, horror, thrilling, fighting type of movie. And we got that. I was very entertained throughout this movie. It was very seldom that you got your boy J3 like, get to something. Very seldom. I did feel that I would love to have gotten invested more into the characters, but I understand what type of movie this is. I do believe though, if this movie had more money, we would have got that type of film. Entertainment was on point. Very entertained. Very entertained. I love action. You guys know that. I love fighting. I love that shit. The shit always gets your boy J3. Now, let's get some grades up in this motherfucker, y'all. Entertainment in the theater, baby. The audience was very entertained. I was entertained. We were laughing, cheering, clapping. I give the entertainment a B. Solid B for this motherfucker. Now it's time to be a critic, y'all. The story was cool, but that doesn't mean it was great. I understand what the story was created for, what type of movie this is. The acting was cool, but it was bad at the same time. But I understand. The directing was probably the best part of the movie because he was able to capture the fight scenes that I liked. You know what I mean? I give this movie a solid C. It gets a C from J3, and it gets a B entertainment. Now I want to put 2 cents on this movie. Like I was saying, as far as the way they combine the STEM and Gary, I need more of this. This is what I need. I like stuff like this. This is the type of movies that get you going. It gets more people in a horror area without it being horror. It gets people in an action part without it being too much action, but it gives you the fight scenes. It gave me a lot of elements in this type of movie, and I'm looking forward to the next Blumhouse film, no doubt. I dug this movie. I recommend anybody, if you're into those areas, go take a look at this film. This film was really fun and really cool at the same time. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. It's your boy J3. Thumbs this video up. Subscribe to J3 Entertainment, where we keep that shit 100 at all times, baby. J3 out.